What's up, everybody? We are back with week 3 of 2016. Getting started here with a little bit of pause bench press with 190 on the bar. And as it turns out, this ended up being take 2 because my phone managed to reboot during take 1. So I said, take that, mother, yeah. So just so you know, that wasn't directed at you guys. That was at the camera/phone. Which is crazy because it's like the tiger phone, and, you know, tigers live in Siberia. At least some tigers do. I don't know. You think it would handle the cold? I don't know. But anyway, this workout was going on while the quote-unquote epic blizzard was raging outside. You know, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but they started naming winter storms, kind of like they name hurricanes. They never did that when I was younger. They just said, hey, it's going to snow a lot. And then a couple days later, hey, it's going to snow a lot again, etc., etc. So they named this one Jonas, I think. But I got a better name. It's Rex Ryan. Basically, all kinds of hype, not enough follow-through in my opinion. But that being said, I did forget like how hard shoveling is as a workout, because I basically went out Saturday night around 7 p.m. to do the initial batch of shoveling, and as you'll see in a moment here, I cleared out the area around my car, but did not actually break out to the street because I was going to save that for Sunday after Sunday's workout. So that was like an extra hour and a half of beast cardio on Saturday night. So coming into Sunday's workout, I gotta admit I was a bit wrecked, and I was a bit surprised too. But what ended up happening on this squat max attempt, you'll notice that I kind of tipped forward coming out of the bottom. I ended up getting the weight without much trouble, but my back didn't really like that, and it's been hurting a bit. And it's the same kind of hurt that had sidelined me before. So even though my back was hurting, I managed to hit these volume squats with basically double my body weight, because I weighed in like 123, so double would have been 246, and this is like 247 and a half. So the back was hurting during the squats, but afterwards I was able to finish the workout, and I ended up shoveling more without much trouble. And then later on, I was able to do some of my, what I call back therapy, and that seemed to help somewhat. Yeah, so like I mentioned, I still had like another good hour and a half worth of beast shoveling cardio to do to break through the end of my driveway to get to the street. I'd say the snowbank that I had to dig through was a good 3 feet deep. Not sure if that's all from snowfall. It might have been also some from the snow plow going through. But it was pretty fun. Reminds me of home, you know, when I have to go shovel, and people think I'm crazy because I'm out there like grinning like a retard. So I came into Monday's workout a little bit apprehensive because of the back issues I had on Sunday. And we got through it, managed to hit 180 on the front squat, and then got the volume work in. But definitely each time putting the bar down, you could definitely feel that low back thing. So I'm going to be working on that and hoping to get through the rest of the week without that, slowing me down too much, and without me hopefully making it terrible. But just like last year, if the worst happens and, I'm having trouble and I have to drop some exercises, I will find what I can do and I will do it. Oh, here's some fun. This was a bit too close for comfort. The idea is that you don't miss on your max attempts, and it was a little close. Yeah, so I was thinking, if injuries don't sideline me, I was planning on doing some more frequent testing, I should say, this year than last year. I was thinking, I was looking at my travel schedule, and it kind of looks like I'm doing something around every 5 to 6 weeks. So I was kind of thinking that that would be a pretty good time period to use for testing. So I'd do like 5 or 6 weeks of work, and 6 weeks would actually be ideal because since this is a 1.5 week basically schedule, because I do 70, 80 like on the first week, and then 90 is the first workout of the second week, then you start again. So like 3 weeks get you like 2 cycles of 70, 80, 90. So I was thinking, 6 weeks would be ideal for a test, and kind of like actually try and go for some maxes and see how my progress is going. Speaking of progress, I actually like murdered this bench right here. Yeah, no problem, right up. The bench has been feeling good, and this volume work felt good as well. One thing I noticed is, doing the 70%, coming off of the 3 days of 90 back onto the 70, it works you, man. That extra volume is really noticeable, and I like the alternation of, it's almost like easy, the 90% days as opposed to the 70%. Hump day! So as I mentioned earlier, I was not happy with that 275 squat, so I redid it. And I'm a lot happier with this one, even though it's not perfect. It's a lot better than what happened on Sunday, so I will take it. That's actually something that I was hoping would happen with this frequent practice of heavy singles, is that, when things go wrong, like they did on Sunday, I can make corrections and practice my technique with those corrections in there, you know what I'm saying? Whereas normally, on the other routine, I wouldn't have gotten into those kind of weights until week 12 or something. And so whatever the heavy weights tend to do to your technique, you wouldn't really have a chance to practice a fix for it. Yeah, these higher volume squats went well. Definitely got me breathing because I was like, man, that's a lot of volume. Something else that's actually changed this week, although you guys don't see it, is my ab routine. I decided to I do abs all 6 days at the end of the lifting, and what I did was I created a heavy, a medium, and a light day, and the usual kind of thing with the volume. The heavy day has the lowest volume, the medium has the medium volume, and the lightest has the highest volume. Oh, here's the front squat max at 185. That's pretty solid. I like that because I don't think I've ever done that much before. Another thing that's changed this week that you also don't see is my cardio. I pushed up the duration of the cardio like about 6 seconds per day. So like on Saturdays and Tuesdays, I do 6 sets of 11 seconds now of interval sprints. And on Sundays and Wednesdays, I do 4 sets of 16 and a half, which actually works out as 2 at 17 and 2 at 16 for an average of 16 and a half. And then Mondays and Thursdays, I do 3 sets of 22 seconds on the lightest resistance. In volume update time, as you can see, we are down this week from last week, but that's expected because we did 90 and 70 this week as opposed to 80 and 70 last week. So that's expected, and like I said, every 3 weeks will really be the apples-to-apples comparison. 2016 goals update. So no injuries gets a question mark because the back was a little iffy this week. But we did warm-ups and stretching and abs and one-arm push-ups every day. And metabolic health, taking care of that, counting calories, etc. Added a goal at the bottom to do 10,000 chin-ups this year. I'm currently at 707, so we'll see how that goes. And the metabolic update, we hit 2,700 calories per day this week, no problem. Weight went down, so either the cold is taking it out of me or it's making the scale read low. Either way, we're going up by another 5 grams of carbs per day next week to 2,720. So I hope wherever you are, you're having a good week. We'll see you next time. Bye.